Hey guys, so I'm back with my makeup declutter and then inventory of 2016. I did one late 2014, I think it was in December, and I'm gonna see if I've done any good within the different categories. I'm gonna start out with lip balms, but the other night I did perfumes, and I used to have 18 perfumes plus 2 body sprays, and then now I have 9 perfumes and 2 body sprays. Ideally, I would like to have like 5 perfumes and then 1 body spray, but I'm not quite there yet. But I think I've done good within that category. So we've got lip balms next. These are all the ones that I've got, except from one that I just can't find. It's like a small tin that smells like coconut, but it's probably somewhere in my purse or something. So let's see. I'm gonna see if I can declutter this a little bit more and get rid of some more stuff. Okay, this is my favorite one at the moment. It's from Catrice, the Beautifying Lip Smoother in Cake Pop. I forgot to mention this in my last favorites video, but I am in love with this product. It's so good, and it gives this beautiful neutral and natural tint to the lips, and it's also very moisturizing. And it's got this like sponge applicator, so just love that one, and I'm gonna keep it. Alright, so last year I had, or last December, I had 41 lip balms, and now I have 27, which is still way too much, but my ideal would be 5. I think that's more than enough, so I'm just going to continue to use these up, and we'll see how I'm doing next year. But I mean, I think I did good with the decluttering process and the amount of lip balms I've used or just thrown away or given away, but 27 is still a big number. Alright, makeup palettes. I love makeup palettes, and I want so, like, there's a lot of new ones on the market that I want, but I have so many, so I just can't allow myself to buy any more right now. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of a few more. Alright, let's start with the ones that I know I'm gonna keep. The Balm Rockstar palette is awesome. I love it, and this is one of my favorite palettes. I especially love it for the Mirror Luminizer that's in there, and a lot of these colors are really pretty and unique, so I'm going to keep that one. And of course, the Urban Decay Naked palette is one of my favorite palettes. I'm definitely going to keep that one. Also the Urban Decay Naked Basics, I'm going to keep. Love this one as well. The one from Inglot that I made myself with all of my favorite colors, I am of course going to keep. Love this one, and I guess I'm going to keep this one as well. It has only these 6 eyeshadows, and I'm not in love with these eyeshadows. I like the other ones more actually, but this is like a whole makeup palette set. I mean, I made it myself again, and I'm going to keep it. These 2 makeup palettes from MUA are dupes for the Urban Decay Naked 1 and Naked 2. And these are awesome eyeshadow palettes. They're really good and I love them, so I'm going to keep them. Also, the Real Techniques Modern Natural Makeup Kit from Nick and Sam Chapman, I'm going to keep. This is an awesome palette that haven't been much used actually, so I need to make an effort with this one and use it some more. Let's see. This is one that I'm going to keep. This is a mixture, a C palette with a mixture of e.l.f. eyeshadows and Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I like this palette, so I'm going to keep it. The NYX Natural Shadow Palette. This is very similar to the Urban Decay Naked, but just a more cheaper version. I am going to keep it. It's fairly new. Then we have these palettes. Let's see. This is the one that was in my 20 pan makeup challenge, and I've used it for another week after I did the final of that challenge, and I think it's time to let it go. I'm done with this palette now, and I think I did a good job. I completely emptied 4 eyeshadows. I hit pan on 4, and I'm left with 2 that I haven't hit pan on, but I think that's pretty good, right? So I'm getting rid of that one, and I'm going to keep the last one that I have out of these Beauty on the Go palettes, and this is the most beautiful one. I kept the most beautiful one for last, and I can't wait to try this and use it some more. This Dior 5 eyeshadow palette I also had in my 20 pan makeup challenge, and I've used up 3 of them. I've hit pan on the 4th. I have the last one left, but I did really enjoy this makeup palette, but I'm so done with this now, I think, so I'm gonna let this one go as well. This is the Makeup Academy Trio, and what's it called? Innocence, and I really like this one. I just don't wear it as much, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it. These 3 palettes from Pro Cosmetics I have played a little bit with. They're fairly new, so I'm gonna keep them. I've got this palette with more earthy tones, greens and browns. I got this more warm palette with oranges and browns. And then this blue palette, which is gorgeous, I think. So I'm going to keep those. And then I have these e.l.f. palettes that I guess, I like that one a lot. So I'm going to keep this one. This is my favorite, I think, Day to Night. And then this is one that I've included in my 10 pan project. So I'm going to use this some more and see if I like it, but I'm not sure. I might get rid of this one fairly soon, but I'm going to keep it for now. And then I'm left with these. That one was Brownstone, this is Butternut, and then Drama. I think I'm going to keep them for now. This is like this sentimental piece, and I have been meaning to get rid of it so many times because they're way expired. I can't use them anymore. They're so old. This was my first eyeshadow palette, and that's why I've kept it. But these eyeshadows were beautiful, and I love them so much. They were from Isadora, but I think it is time to let them go. It was called Eyeshadow Quartet in 31 Gold. So, but I'm not going to use them anymore, so what's the purpose? There's no reason for me to keep them. And I have a few other sentimental pieces that I might keep, so I'm just going to get rid of this one. Then there's the Model Co. Bronze Goddess duo in Maldives and Jamaica. These are pretty colors. I like the colors, but they have so much fallout. I never tend to reach for this one. I got it in a glossy box, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Then I'm left with these huge palettes. This is from Pro Cosmetics, and I haven't really played too much around with this one yet, but I do really like the colors that I have tried, so I'm definitely gonna keep this one. And then this one is getting a little bit old, but I just love this palette. It has all the colors I could possibly need, and every time I want to do a more colorful look, I seem to reach for this palette just because I know it's good and it gives me exactly what I want. So I'm going to keep this one as well. Alright, so last year I had 19 makeup palettes, and now I have 21. So there you go. My ideal would be 10 makeup palettes, but I'm just going to continue to use the palettes that I have. There's a couple of these that I'm not too sure about keeping, but I will give them a chance and we'll see. So hopefully I've minimized the amount of palettes for next year. We'll see. Alright, so for face primers, I only had one last year, which was the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and I really like this primer. But I've gotten two more since then. It's the Amit Makeup Diamond Heart Base Primer. This is this is all new, so I haven't even tried it yet. And then the Prime Time Foundation Primer from Bare Minerals, which I love. These are very similar, really. So I'm going to keep all of these three, and ideally I would only like to have one. Alright, foundations. These are all the ones that I've got. There's BB creams and foundation sticks and samples and stuff, but I have a few from Bare Minerals, the loose version, the pressed version, and then the mineral serum version. I'm not going to include these because I'm just trying them for the work that I have, the freelance work. So I'm not going to include them. And then there's these foundation sticks. This one's from e.l.f. The moisturizing foundation stick in honey, and it's too dark for me, but I wanted to get it for contouring, and it just wasn't the right color, so I have not used this at all. Hopefully I will get a customer or something that does fit this color, but I'm afraid I won't. I'm gonna keep it around for a little bit longer just because it's all new. But then the Inglot one I also recently got in 108's the stick foundation. This is also meant for contouring, and it's perfect. I can't. It's a little bit more on the brown side, so it doesn't really suit me in the winter time, but I think it will be great fairly soon in the summertime. So I'm going to use it as a contouring base or just on its own. And then there's the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation in nude and soft beige. I've included the lightest color in my Tan Pan project just to try to use it up, and it's almost gone. And then there's this darker one that I mix it with, so I'm gonna keep those ones. Then I got the powder palette. This is awesome. I think 6 different colors to choose from. Then I've got my favorite foundation, which is the Inglot AMC Cream Foundation in LW200. I'm definitely gonna keep. Then there's the Gosh BB Cream Foundation all-in-one. Then an SPF of 15, and the color is Sand. I'm almost out of this one, so I'll probably just use it up by the end of this spring. And then there's the sample of Garnier BB Cream Original in Light Clear that I got in a glossy box, and I'll probably use this one up by the end of the summer. So that way I will get rid of these 3 foundations fairly soon, I think. But I have to include these as, still. So I have 8 foundations. And I used to have, because I'm counting these 6 as one palette. And I had 9 foundations last year, so I think that's pretty good. I guess I'm cheating a little bit because I do have a backup of my favorite foundation, so that way I have 9, but I'm only writing 8 just because, it's a backup. I know I'm going to use it as soon as I use up this one. So ideally, I would like to have just this foundation in my color, and then a lighter color and a darker color so that I can mix those ones. I think that's the best choice. And also I really want to try the one from Pacifica, the serum foundation from Pacifica, but I used to really want the Too Faced Born This Way, but I've had a sample of them, and I do really like it, but I don't like it as much as the Inglot one, so there you go. 8 foundations, ideally 3. Just want to say I found this Max Factor Experience Weightless Foundation in Fair Sugarcane that I'm also getting rid of, just so you guys know. Then on to concealers. I've accumulated quite a few, and again, here is a lot of backups or just products that I haven't opened yet, just because I'm scared that they're gonna expire before I get to use them. So I've got this palette from Inglot. There's a lipstick there, but there's this corrector and concealer. I think they're just called, let's see, Freedom System Cream Concealers, because here I have a backup of these ones because I love them so much, and I knew I wanted to get backups because I'm almost out of this one and I've hit pan on this one, and so yeah, I'm keeping those. Then I also have something very similar, the Inglot AMC Cream Concealer in 64. It's like the consistency is very similar to these ones, but this one is a lot lighter, so I use it as almost like a brightener under my eyes because it's just way too light for me to use on my face. Another palette that I've got is from e.l.f., the Complete Coverage Concealer. This is the lightest palette, or the lightest version, and I've used up the two colors that was suitable for me. I have left these ones. I've used it for making scars and stuff for theater makeup, but I feel like this is just expired now and I don't want to use it on my face or anyone else's, so I'm going to get rid of it. I've got this Lily Lolo Mineral cover-up in Barely Beige, which I had in my 20 pan project, and it is almost empty, so I really want to use this up. And then when I'm done with this one, I might repurchase, but for now I'm going to keep it to the Bare Minerals Multitasking Powder and Bisque. I think the Summer Bisque is more suitable for my skin color, but this one works, and these two products are very similar. So I'm keeping both of them, but I'll use this up fairly soon, I think. So I had the corrector in this Inglot palette, but I also have two other ones that I use for correcting, which is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Correcting Concealer in Apricot. This is a great correcting concealer, although it's a little bit dry. I don't have a lot of product left, so I'm going to use this up fairly soon, I think. And then I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer in Warm Light Medium, which is way too dark for me, but I love to use it just because it's so it gives such great coverage. I like to use it as a corrector underneath my foundation. It is a great product, I think, but Estee Lauder is not cruelty free and Bourjois is not cruelty free, so I won't repurchase. Then there's some stick concealers. This is from Isadora, the Treat and Cover Concealer Stick in Ivory. It's way too light for me, so I'm just gonna wait and see if I can get a customer that's this light. But other than that, this is just a useless product, but it's new, so I'm gonna keep it. This is fairly old, so I'm gonna have to use this up pretty soon, I think. It's the NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealer in, is it just light? Porcelain. And this is an awesome stick concealer. It's great. And I like it a lot, but NYX isn't cruelty free, so. Then there's the Essence Cover Stick in Ivory that I got this fall, and I haven't used it yet, but I can't wait to try it out. And yeah. Also, I got the Catrice Camouflage Cream that I haven't opened yet. The color is in Ivory, and I've heard good things about this. Chanelette is raving about this concealer, so yeah, can't wait to try it. Then I've got the Kix Flawless Cover Concealer. This is in Porcelain, and I like this concealer more on other people because it's a very lightweight and good concealer too. Like it really absorbs into the skin, I feel like, but I don't think it gives as much coverage as I want on me, but I like it. And then there's this e.l.f. Sit Zapping Concealer in Fair, which I'm almost out of, so I'm almost done with this one. But yeah, I'm gonna use it up before I throw it out. Alright, so that's a lot. Last year I had 8 concealers and now I have 15. Wow. Concealers is also like my thing that I like to collect. I love concealers and I love to see what they can do for me, but ideally I would like to have 4, like 1 correcting concealer, 1 under eye concealer, 1 blemish concealer, and then 1 powder concealer. But yep, this is what I've got. Alright, so these are all my single eyeshadows. There's a few here that I know I'm going to get rid of. This is one that I just found back at my childhood home, and I know it's way too old. I don't think I've ever touched it, but I'm not going to keep it. It's by H&M, just this purpley eyeshadow. Gonna get rid of that one. This eyeshadow from Isadora is like a skin colored cream base eyeshadow that I have just hit pan on. I love it so much, and it's great for just including with a makeup palette. So I love this one. I'm gonna keep it. There's a few, I have a few NYX eyeshadows. I love these for a while. This is Peach Bronze. This one is a dupe for the Half Baked by Urban Decay, which is my favorite eyeshadow color, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. Then there's NYX in Silk or Champagne. I included this in my 20 pan project, or Project 20 pan, and I ended up not using it as much because I just don't love this eyeshadow, and so I'm going to get rid of it. Then there's Golden, which is a true like dark gold. I'm gonna keep that one. This is copper tone, like that one. I've got a white, which I mean I found that I love to use white eyeshadow and kind of blend out the edges of my eyeshadow. So this is the one that I've been currently using from Face Stockholm in Pearl, and as soon as I'm done with this one, I'm going to start using this one for the same reason, which is NYX White. Then there's one in Violet, which I love, and then there's one in Spring Flower, which is gorgeous. I love to use this one. I used this one on a bride once, and it's just beautiful. Then there's these two what are they called? Cyber Shadows from Makeup Store that are fairly new. I got them both in a glossy box. And this one is in Buzzer, and that one is Paradise. Beautiful colors, very unique colors, and I haven't used them yet, let's be honest, but I like them, and I think I'm going to use them this summer just as a soft liner or something. This is a liquid metal eyeshadow from Catrice, and it is called Satina van der Woodsen. Okay, and the color is beautiful. It gives a great highlight, but it's just such a messy eyeshadow. It gets everywhere, and it's difficult to blend, and it's completely new. I've used it once, and so, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Then there's these Makeup Store eyeshadows, and these are probably my favorite single eyeshadows at the moment. This is beautiful. They're called Micro Shadows, and this is in Glam. Gonna keep that one. This one's in Ruby, which is beautiful in the summer, like a coppery orange. Then there's Backstage, which is a purple, very similar to this one actually. Very similar. Let me see if they're a juice. No, I don't think they are. Nope. They just look similar in the pan. Alright. Then this beautiful eyeshadow I am loving at the moment. It's actually the brand Glossy Box and Glossy Mauve. I like these mauvey taupey colors on the lid. This is similar to this one. Yeah. Yep, I love these eyeshadows. I'm gonna keep those. This is a similar color, but it has lots of fallout, and so it's from Koiko's in the color 59, and it's not really pigmented. It says pigmented on the box, but or in the pan, but it's really not. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have one black eyeshadow, which is from Meet Makeup, and the color is Doms, but it's just a true, really good pigmented black, and I love this one, so I'm gonna keep it. I've got one e.l.f. baked eyeshadow, don't know the color, but it's a beautiful eyeshadow, so I'm gonna keep this one. And then this one, I don't use it on myself, but I think it's the e.l.f. matte eyeshadow in, I think it's Smoky, or I can't remember the name, but it's just a gray, really dull, ugly color, but it's great if I'm doing like theatrical makeup and making me look older than I am, or like an old lady or something. I love this eyeshadow for that. So I'm going to keep it in my theater makeup kit if I can get the lid on. Okay, let's see.